Hey everyone. For those that do watch my videos, I'm pretty sure I haven't uploaded in like a year or so, probably more than that. Um, I don't know. Well, I do know why, but it's kind of complicated. Kind of wanted to take a break from uploading Fire Emblem videos since there wasn't a lot of people watching it anyway, besides my summoning video. And I wanted to figure out what to do on the channel because I have a lot of like ideas, but I might just create a separate YouTube channel for the ideas that I have. But today, I want to talk about World Flipper. I was talking to my friends about this when I was playing it back when it first came out, and I really wanted this game to get a global version. And now it's finally getting one, and it's coming out very soon. You can download the application for the global version in the Google Play Store and the App Store, but the service is going to be up later. I mainly wanted to talk about the basics of the game, like team building, the gacha mechanics, navigating through the UI, stuff like that. So, for some people that don't know, World Flipper is basically an action RPG with pinball elements, and there's like different play styles that you can basically play with. They're mainly known as power flip, skill damage, multi-ball, direct attack. But then there's ability damage, but that's going to be like way later in the game's lifespan, because in the Japanese version we didn't get ability damage till like the first anniversary. So that's basically the gist of like what the game is. Now I'm going to go to characters and upgrading. So the blue liquid looking icon is EXP. You know, you use that to level up your characters and stuff. So you like pick a character and you would tap and hold on this until they reach their level cap. And this is where you can uncap your character if you have the uncapped material, or if you have a duplicate of that character. You can use that duplicate as uncapped material as well. Now, the green icon are called mana. That's used for unlocking character node. Let's see. Let's go into a character I haven't finished. Actually, there's a character I want to level up, just to show an example of leveling up a character. So you tap and hold on this, and as you see, character's leveling up pretty fast. They're maxed out at level 80. For 5 stars, I can increase the cap to level 100. Oh wait, so this is like the character node section where you unlock character nodes. So the big nodes is where characters get their passives from. I think characters have 4 to 3, and as a new player you want to focus on just unlocking the big nodes. Don't worry about the tiny ones yet, because that's going to cost a lot to upgrade as a new player. As you progress throughout the game, you come back and you like unlock all the nodes, and when you unlock all the nodes you get a heart. So I think I should make sure you level up the character before you unlock character nodes, because the big nodes have level caps on. where it's like 25, 50, stuff like that. So for a 5-star character, make sure you get them to 80. So when you unlock the character node, you can just open up all the big nodes at once. So now that I talked about character upgrading, I'm gonna go to the Gacha. So with the Gacha, it's mainly like most Gacha games where you generally just want to like skip certain banners and save for the limited ones, because the limited characters always end up being more viable and stuff like that. Although there are some focus Gacha banners where like the permanent characters are pretty viable, and you kind of want to summon on those because of their utility in certain team comps and whatnot. And the weapon Gacha, do not spend your lodestar stone on the weapon Gacha, because through progressing through the game and doing events and logging in, you can get weapon Gacha tickets. Your lodestar stones are more valuable for summoning for characters. Gacha weapons you will always come by, and you're mainly going to end up using like the free weapons that you get from events and stuff anyway. The thing I forgot is that when you saw when I was tapping on the character nodes, there were certain materials that the characters needed. Those materials are used for unlocking the nodes as well. It's based on the character's element. Okay. Let me just maybe this wasn't a good example. Okay, for example, this like ore looking material, and then there's this bronze rarity one, then there's this silver, then the gold, and some of them require stars. So you can get these upgrade materials here, and it's based off of like the element of the character that you're trying to unlock the nodes for. And to get the stars, you go to the labyrinth area, or the collapse zone as it's translated. And mainly you want to build your teams around just farming these stages. This is for like the mana. This is for the mana and XP. And this is like for the required elements for unlocking nodes. I think this is for farming the stars. You want to build your teams for farming this as well, because this is where, like in the early game phase, this is where you're mainly going to be getting your weapons from. One of the reasons why I said you're not supposed, you shouldn't use your lodestar stones on the weapon Gacha. Yeah, just wanted to point that out. Also, farming this is not very consistent when it comes to like farming experience and mana. It's more consistent doing co-op, so you can like kill two birds with one stone. You can farm weapons and you can get XP and mana at the same time. And you know, over time, when you keep doing co-op, you'll just end up racking up mana and XP. Me, on the other hand, I'm rarely able to do that because I'm always upgrading characters and stuff for heart scrolls. So back over to my phone. This is the UI for building your team and whatnot. And basically we have the leader, and this is our leader, and we have our two main characters, and under the leader and the main characters, we have the unison. And basically what the unison does is add like an extra bit of power or support to the teams based on like the leader or the main character that you have on your team. So this team is basically like a lightning skill damage team, but this is like a late game team. I should have made like a team with characters that global will have on launch, but I'll just use the team as an example. So here I have the main weapon for my leader, and which is the axe, right? And the axe basically provides 280% skill damage. Okay, I just took the axe off. Anyway, so I have another weapon right here that provides skill damage for the party, and another weapon. Yes, that the weapons, I think they only affect the main like characters and their damage output. And under here where you see the numbers, the 10, the 7, and the 10, basically it shows the passives / abilities that the characters can pull off in combat. Like I get 2 passives from Carol because of her unison, and this shows like under here where it's locked, it shows like either passives I don't have, abilities that I can't use and stuff like that. And these little shiny weapons on the bottom, these are called weapon souls, but Google Translate calls it something completely different, but we're not going to talk about Google Translate. Basically it's kind of like, for example, this weapon right here. With this weapon, I will get like 125 skill damage based on how high my HP is, and the lower my HP, the lower the skill damage. That right there is basically the weapon soul, the grayed out part, and it's basically like a somewhat weaker version of the main skill. You will put that in those slots just for like an extra buff. You can use it for like completely different weapons. So you get these weapon souls from uncapping weapons, and when you uncap weapons, not only do they become stronger by like the skills that they have, but it's also like extra HP and strength that they provide as well. And you can get up to 4 ability souls just by uncapping, and in events you can get like 5 or 6, I think, by like exchanging them and whatnot. And you can put those slots on there, like the weapon souls on the slot.